Florida has the third largest horse population in the country, behind Texas and California. And South Florida is seeing an overwhelming amount of people abandon and abuse these horses. Crystal Foss is the volunteer director at South Florida SPCA, and she's here to explain why this is happening and how you can help. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, in terms of the horses that you assist with at the SPCA, how many horses are we talking about do you see abandoned and abused that you actually take in to help?
Well, we can take in as many as possible, but we average on probably 3 to 12 horses a month.
Wow. So in terms of why these horses are being abandoned, I mean, you have people who raise horses and train them and they become, winners in races. Why are people abandoning these horses and abusing them too?
Well, there's a large reason for that. Horses live to be about 30 years old. And if they're starting on the racetrack at age 2, and if they're not successful, then they can be washed up and a huge expense to be caring for a horse for another 25 years. So there's no need to have that expense for 25 years and no need to feed it. So they want to get rid of the horse.
And getting rid of them, excuse me, how do they do that? Do they just leave them on the side of the road? Do they just open up the gate?
They transfer them a lot to different owners, and then they might go from home to home for a while, and then they are expensive. They're about $500 a month for upkeep, and people don't realize the expense of a horse, and then they'll eventually just abandon them on the side of the road, or sometimes use them for horse slaughter and human consumption.
Which that's a very big market. I didn't realize that, but there's a very big market in South Florida for horse meat. But you take these horses, you take them to a private farm, and you make them healthy again. I know we have some pictures of how horses are just bones, and then they become very healthy again. What happens on your farm? How do you make them whole again?
Well, we take them in and we provide rehabilitation, and we have a volunteer program where we have volunteers come in and love on them and restore them back to health with proper nutrition and care and love.
Wow. But in terms of costs, as you said, it's expensive for a horse owner to raise and feed a horse. How do you deal with the costs?
We're a nonprofit organization, and we have annual fundraisers. We have annual memberships with a multitude of people that become volunteers and subscribe to the membership every year. We have donations. We rely solely on donations of the community.
These pictures are really amazing. Oh my goodness. In terms of how people can help right now, you're a volunteer yourself. What is it that you do, and how can you encourage other people to help do the same?
We have a volunteer orientation once a month, the second Saturday of each month, and it's held at the Homestead Ranch. And we have the orientation. We teach the people how to take care of the horse, basically nurture the horse, feed the horse, clean the stalls, groom the horse, lead the horse. So if you don't have any horse experience, we train you on how to take care of them, just so that you can give back to the SPCA.
And I also want to quickly point out, I didn't know too that many people find horse meat as used as an aphrodisiac, as well as there's some medicinal values that some people in certain cultures think is in horse meat.
That's true, but on the contrary, it's actually very carcinogenic, and the products that we use on horses every day, on all the bottles it says not to be used for human consumption. Horses are not raised for to be eaten. They're raised to be companions, event horses, show horses, race horses. They're meant to be pets, not meat.
All right. Well, I want to thank you so much for being with us today. Very good to see you and learn about your work. And thank you too for watching.